made his first mill at 26.
Thomas about to expose me.
Hundreds of agencies that have reached more than 10,000 a month. Only 1% of people actually take action.
Oh my God, Thomas give away everything.
It's definitely the best program out there.
Let's list out all of your controversial opinions.
I think the agency model is dead.
The goal of the business is to make money. I don't give a fuck if you're passionate about it or not.
You're just kind of a right? Like,
Yeah, low-key. Yo, I don't even have a podcast, but we're doing a podcast today. So, Tony, why don't you kick it off?
Yo, how's it going? So, my name is Tony. I'm here with Joel Kaplan himself. 7-figure agency, whatever the fuck he did. Cool guy. And I'm also here with...
I'm cool? That's pretty dope. You think I'm cool, Tony?
I think he's pretty cool, but you could be cooler.
What do I need to
yeah,
buy?
made his first million by 26 only.
Yeah, made his first mill by 26. It's pretty good.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. But I think he could have done better. But
Yo, we're literally in the elevator, me, Thomas, Tony, and then Tony's like, yo, Joel, when'd you make your first million by? I'm like, 26. He's like, yo, that's late. Yo, Thomas, how old are you?
20.
Damn,
I'm going to turn 21 in March.
21.
So, only 20.
Damn. And like, how long have you been in like the entrepreneurship game?
I'd say ever since I was like 12, I had like YouTube channels, like lemonade stands when I was like 6. So I'd say like, yeah, I was like, I think
You were doing
when
lemonade
you're-
stands in Paris?
no, not in Paris. No, I lived
How do you
in,
say lemonade in French?
bro, they don't do lemonade stands in Paris or in France in general. It's just like, it's not that culture there.
Gotcha. So tell us your story. Like, so you were born in Paris?
Yeah, so I was born in Paris and I moved to the US at a young age, basically because my dad works at the World Bank, so we had to travel in like a bunch of different countries. So I lived in the US, Tunisia, back to the US, France, Senegal, and then went to Amsterdam for university before dropping out. And now I live in Paris. So yeah, I lived kind of all around
Damn,
the
that's
world.
wild.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place in the world?
I'd say the US, just because the quality of life is just different,
What's college like in Amsterdam?
I don't know. I just had Zoom classes, so
You show up?
yeah, I showed up. But it was just Zoom classes. I don't know. How was it for you, Tony? You had
Tony,
what's up?
you only had like Zoom classes, right?
take my mic. No, I'm just kidding. You can take it. No, I was gonna say I actually went to college. I think
Bro, because just college is
By the
is
way,
dead.
Joel's the only guy who has a college degree in this room at the moment.
damn.
Yeah, what a loser.
Yeah,
Bro, what the
that's
hell?
not that's not it.
Thomas about to expose me. His next YouTube video, Joel Kaplan scam because he went to college and has a degree.
Yeah.
All right, but college was like, I just went to college because, my family wanted me to go to college. I wanted to, start a business. I ran a few businesses while in college, but like literally very few things that I learned actually helped me now and more importantly as an entrepreneur, pretty much nothing. So like if I could go back in time, knowing what I know now, I would have not gone to college. Like I truly believe for 90% of people, it's a scam unless you're trying to become a doctor, lawyer, psychologist, like something where you have to go to college in order to do that profession. If you want to be an academic researcher, fine, go to college. But if you're just trying to build an agency, it's a waste of fucking time. So both of you guys dropped out. Why don't you guys talk about that?
So pretty much, yeah, same thing, kind of. That's how college is pretty much a scam for me because I didn't even study. I cheated my whole way through the first. I didn't study one single fucking word. People were like, oh, it's just hard, just cheat. Like I finished a 3.8 and I didn't study a single fucking word. And everyone's like, how do you do it? I'm Asian. I'm just smart. And they're like, oh, it makes sense. But yeah, pretty much like I didn't really study anything. I was just cheating. I still got good grades. And I was like, bro, I'm paying like 30 G's a year for me to cheat. And
Yeah, in the US, it's like super expensive too.
yeah, it's like 30 grand.
Like I was paying, I think like 16,000
That's still a lot. That's a
a year.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
But for my brother, because he went to
It's
like
this watch.
yeah, a year, so it's just insane.
Mhm.
But yeah, my brother went to the US, and for him it was like 40,000 a year. So
Yeah.
just compared to that, it's just crazy.
Yeah, so pretty much I cheated. And I actually wanted to drop out like back in March, but it was like I had like 2 months left of school. So I was like, fuck it, let me finish it. And this year, I technically didn't drop out. I never paid for tuition. So they dropped all my classes, but I'm still enrolled into the school, kind of.
You're still technically in school.
Technically, like I still get access to the gym, to like everything, but I'm not. I get free gym.
This guy's going to let me see. Yeah, this guy's going to the library to take his sales calls for his agency. He's like, yo, let me use that free Wi-Fi.
Dude, just properly drop out.
What's the point? I'm getting free gym.
Yo, Tony's still and technically in college for the free gym and free Wi-Fi. That's wild. Yo, Thomas, there's a lot of obviously gurus on the internet. Like I know that there's a lot of good information, there's a lot of bad information. Like, what would you tell people to look for when they're trying to like dissect this is good info, this is bad info? Like, what are the biggest things that you've noticed? Because you kind of really led the new the new movement of like sharing everything. Like, you inspired me to just start giving everything away. I saw your YouTube video and I was like, damn, I'm not giving away nearly as much as I could. And you kind of really led that movement. So like now there's a lot of people just sharing, but there's also people sharing some bad info.
Yeah.
What advice would you give around that?
I'd say for anyone watching like, SMMA videos on YouTube, like just look at the people who actually have an agency and like just watch their videos. And if you see people with like, Lambos, see for example like Jaime Higuera, I made a video about him. Joel, he has I'm joking.
My next I'm just kidding.
Yeah, with his Rolex. But no, I mean, yeah, like just look at the people who show the behind the scenes of their agencies, and there's not a lot of those people. Like more and more people are like just selling their agencies and just going for a consulting, like just full-time doing consulting on just selling courses and like, but yeah, I would just say like just look at the people who are giving away the secrets, and you'll learn more from them than anyone else.
Cool question.
So, like, because I know you gave away like everything that you did with your agency, which kind of created a shit ton of med spa agency. And like, how you feel about that? Like, you basically breed your own competition because they do the same thing as you. So
what's your question?
what's my question? Like how you feel?
No, yeah, I mean, I
care,
definitely
like the more you share, the more competition you create. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, like, only 1% of people actually take action, and I know for a fact that like those that do, they're just gonna end up, giving up or like niche switching. Because like even at your event, I was talking to like a guy, and I was like, "Yeah, what niche are you in?" And he was like, "Yeah, just recently switched to med spas."
Thomas is like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and I was even like seeing some guy like launching his ads for a permanent makeup studio. Like even Tony, you saw this, right? But yeah, I mean, I guess you can't really stop it. I'm trying to just put as much content of other people who have agencies on my channel and do as much interviews with them as I can, and just try and get as much information out of them as I can. So I hope that's gonna help the people from like just straight up copying me.
Yeah, I think like honestly, I don't care about competition. I think competition is good because if more and more people start going in, there's more money to be made. And even if the water is bloody, like have you heard of like the blue ocean versus red ocean analogy? you guys heard about that?
Yeah, blue ocean is like when there's no, there's a big opportunity. There's no competition.
There's no competition. I like to go into red oceans and then clean it up and make it a blue ocean. So I'd rather go into a niche or an industry or an opportunity that has a lot of money. That's why there's a lot of people fighting for it. And then just figure out how to be better or different than everyone else. And then you clean it up. You make it a blue ocean. You create your opportunity within the crowded market. Whereas if you start working with like a niche that no one is going after, maybe you're the only person, but then there's no money to be made. If there's money to be made, people would have already tried to go after that niche. There's a reason why everyone works with dentists or lawyers or med spas, because there's a lot of money in those spaces.
Yeah.
So if you could just figure out how to be a little bit better than everyone else, that's all you have to worry about. So I don't really care about competition. I'm more worried about how can I be better than you?
Yeah. Yeah. How can I be unique? Maybe instead of just doing like Facebook ads, you do like TikTok ads, do like SaaS. Don't do that because that's what I'm doing. But, just do something different. Yeah.
A lot of people just like copy you like word for word, your script, how you fulfill and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's normal. Like, I know I kind of did that. It's just normal to like see what's working and, just kind of want to do the same because like you have that certainty.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
So Thomas, you've like put a lot of gurus kind of like out there, exposed a few of them. I know you called them out, which like takes some big balls. So like that's crazy that you went forth with it. But when I saw you putting those videos out, I was like, yo, let me reach out to Thomas. And I was like, I actually want to give him full access to my program, like full disclosure. I gave you full access for free. I genuinely wanted you to see it and get your feedback on it. Like, I was like, how can I make this better? How can I improve my program, my product, so that I wouldn't end up on one of your videos? But like, now that you've seen my program, like, what do you think about it compared to the other ones out there? What are your thoughts?
I think it's definitely the best program out there. It's not like a bunch of videos that you just watch and it's actually like there's an accountability aspect, which I love. You have like weekly calls with people. I think it really makes a difference compared to just like courses that are like 3,000 and it's just a bunch of videos that you watch and like that's it, you're just kind of alone. But yeah, it's the community, I feel like, really makes a difference. Yeah, I mean, the fact that there's like hundreds of agencies that have reached more than 10,000 a month, right? Yeah, I think that's just crazy. Because there's a lot, there's like, for example, Jaime, he's like, my course is like the best in the game. We have like the highest success rate or whatever. Or like every, course creator says that, but like for you, it's actually true and you actually like track it. So that's why.
Yeah. And I think, all right, go for it.
So I didn't get free access, unlike Thomas. I actually fucking pay. So it was pretty steep. So it was steep, but I generally think like if you're in the agency lab and like somehow you don't have a successful agency, like it's on you. Like if you show up to the calls every single day, you follow the process, there's just no way. Like you just don't have at least 10K, at least 6-figure agency. 7-figure, it probably takes a little bit more like hard work. But if you just follow, like even for me, like I don't even have a sales process. I'm not even kidding. I went to 17K per month and I don't even have a sales process. Right. If you just follow what's like, it's hard to not have like a 6-figure agency if you're in the agency lab. 7-figure,
yeah,
a little bit harder, but 6-figure is it's different.
And I feel like in the program, you also push people. Like for example, you just like randomly tag me in a video and you're like, yo, fucking, I see you're not in the calls, like fucking go in the calls, like take action. And I really like that. I feel like it's part of the whole like culture, like take action. So yeah,
I feel like the information, even if it's free, that doesn't guarantee someone's success. Like I could literally put out my whole course.
Yeah.
You could put out everything from your agency on YouTube, give it away for free. But if people don't take action, it doesn't even matter. So like most of my energy in our program is spent getting people to believe in themselves and then getting them to actually go out and do it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you really think it's the best one?
Yeah, man.
That's
Why
dope.
not, honestly? Yeah.
That makes me happy to hear, man. What would you do to make it better?
I don't know. No, I mean, it's a difficult question.
I got a suggestion.
Tony, wait your turn, bro.
He doesn't know. He hasn't been appropriate of that.
Yeah, I seriously don't know.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good program. Like there's not much else to add. Maybe like, like the videos could be like better quality, but like that's just superficial, It's like some of these other courses, that's like they have like HD camera, like the slides, everything is like nicely designed. Joel is just like straight to the point, and he has like different people for different parts of his course. So that's what I really like as well. Like, each person is like an expert in their field, and they come onto the course to like share that.
Yeah, absolutely. What were you gonna say, Tony?
Look, the only recommendation I would do is more sales training. I feel like you guys
you gave me that advice, and then Tony was like, "Yo, Joel, we need more sales support, so we're adding a daily sales training call where we do calls together live." So we're gonna be adding that in.
Because right now, like appointment setting, we have like 3 different calls a week already of appointment setting, and 2 calls on sales. If we can have like 3 or 4 per week for sales, like I think that would help people a lot. Because I think most people bottlenecks is sales, not appointment setting. Like, bro, I see people get hyped about setting appointments. Like, bro,
most people's bottlenecks is not actually appointment setting or sales. Most people's bottleneck is that they never take action and get started.
that's true.
That's most people's bottleneck. They never actually do anything. They watch the YouTube videos. They're like, "Oh my God, Thomas gave away everything." Okay, cool. And then they don't do anything.
Yeah.
Or they send like they call 5 people with your cold call script, and then they're like, it didn't work.
They give up. Yeah.
You made 5 calls.
Yeah.
How many dials do you
I have cold callers now, so I don't do the dials myself, but like within all of them, I'd say like 500 a day.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but it's definitely like you don't want to scale your agency that way. You want to like start running ads, and it's just way more efficient to do things instead of cold calling, or it's just not that scalable.
So Thomas, you blew up on YouTube. You're in like the top 3 affiliates for GoHighLevel. So you're crushing it there. The 300 agencies program is unbelievable. Like, what's your plan moving forward? What's your vision?
Definitely scale the agency. I don't want to make it so like I'm just an affiliate. I know like a bunch of people, their entire channel is based off of them being like top affiliate. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just like, what
You want to build your own business too.
Yeah. And I also feel like there's a big opportunity right now with SaaS, and having that model where you kind of switch away from an agency to actually having a software company. And you can only do that once you get really good at what you do. Like once you actually have everything dialed in, like, how to run the ads for your clients, how to get results for your clients, then you can kind of shift to that model. And I feel like, that's definitely like something that's really, really scalable. Because you see, even there's like billion-dollar companies built off of just Salesforce, which is crazy. So it's not even like their own software. It's like the software was built off of Salesforce. So that's something that Sean Clark talked about when he was on the Discord, that I mean, you can kind of transition. But I like, a lot of people tell me or ask me like, do you think the agency model is dead? No, like
It's dead.
it's not dead at all. even though I said it in my video, I said like I think the agency model is dead. It's just like no. I mean, sometimes I say shit like, that I don't really mean, but
Like what?
I don't know, just like that, for example, like that's I just feel like the SaaS model is more efficient, but you have to go the agency way either way, so it's not dead. Like
I was gonna say something real quick about agencies being dead. As long as businesses need marketing and sales, agencies will be alive.
Yeah.
What's
yeah,
dead?
that's what I wanted to say.
What's dead is people's lack of action. That's the truth.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like agency model is just a service-based business, and you provide a service to another business. Like it won't be dead. Like why the fuck are you laughing? It's pretty much like just you providing service to a different business. Like how could it be dead?
It won't die.
Yeah, it won't die.
Yo, Tony, I have a question. What's the most controversial? Let's list out all of your controversial opinions.
We can start. Fuck agency talk. We're gonna say some outlandish shit. Starting from now. So, me, Joe, and Thomas talking about how females shouldn't be entrepreneur.
Well, that's not true. In Joel's program, there's one female making more than 100,000 a month.
That's true. That's true. Let me reword it. It's not shouldn't be. Like you can, but like why would you? Like if I was a chick, I would just stay home. Me like if I was a chick, I would just stay home. Meditate, read books, journal, wear Lululemon.
Stay in the kitchen, clean, cook.
I'm not saying that, but like learn to cook, all that good fun stuff. Like, why would I go out and like rip some dials on the phone? I'm not doing that. But
You guys are wild.
yeah, but if you want to do it, it's all cool. I just don't see why you want to do it.
No, but it's true. Like it's just not in their core desire to make money, provide for their family. It's just like that's a masculine thing.
Yeah.
So, like even because I work with women, being in the med spa space, so sometimes it's kind of hard. Like when you're on Zoom with them and you have to set up their Facebook ad account, they're just kind of I don't know why that sounded like, but yeah, no, it's just like yeah,
You guys
it's
are
kind of
wild,
like,
bro.
it's just kind of like if because like I'm like kind of envious of like people like Tony, because you work with people who actually it's in their core to make more money, to like
Yes.
get their business to really succeed financially, as opposed to like women who maybe it just comes out of a place of like passion and like I just want to do body sculpting, help women.
I think
weight.
that like I believe in feminine versus masculine energy. If you haven't read Way of the Superior Man, you should definitely go read that book. And it teaches you like just the different dynamics, and like a man can be more feminine, a female can be more masculine, but for the most part, females tend to be more feminine, men tend to be more masculine. And really what that means is like feminine energy is grounded in emotion, in how nurturing, in flow, and how you feel. It's not about what needs to get done. It's like, how do I feel about doing this thing? So in business, it's going to be harder if you're out of alignment and you have a lot of feminine energy. It's going to be really hard for you to say, fuck my feelings, I'm going to get it done no matter what.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, if you're very masculine, it's going to be really easy for you to say, fuck my feelings, I'm going to get it done no matter what. But then you might be overcompensating and overworking yourself and like burning out because you can't just tune into how you feel. So I actually think the most powerful entrepreneurs can tap into both energies. If you can actually tap into how you feel and be aware of that and use that to kind of help you dictate when to push, when to slow down, it's almost like you're in control of that drive, that masculine force. You can control it a little bit more. But ultimately, I say this all the time, if you're trying to grow a business, fuck your emotions. If the goal of the business is to make money, I don't give a fuck if you're passionate about it or not. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people ask you like, it's I don't really feel like I don't really like dentists, like working with dentists. I don't really, I don't really connect with my clients or whatever.
like it's supposed to be making you money. Like if the goal is to build a business that you're passionate about, again, that's based on feeling, that's based on flow. Does this feel in alignment? But then don't expect to make the most amount of money. If you're like, hey, I just want to build a business that I'm passionate about, I think that's fair. And I think if you know that that's what you want, cool. But then don't also ask yourself, how can I make the most amount of money possible? Because they're conflicting energies.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I think that's like, I'm not going to say what Tony said about but that's my answer. I think females tend to be more feminine energy, which makes it harder to say, you know what, fuck my emotions. I'm going to go execute and rip some dials. Whereas men who tend to be more masculine, it's easier for them to be like, you know what, I don't really feel like doing this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I think that's, but then also men struggle with burnout. Men struggle with a lot of other shit, insecurities. They never feel like they're enough because they're always pushing. It's about doing, not about being. They can't enjoy the moment. They can't be present. They can't really slow down when they need to. So I think that's where feminine energy can help you.
Yeah, that's where they come in, nurture. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, what's your take on the stay-home husband? Y'all know what my take is. So,
Stay-home husband.
let's Thomas first.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of a cuck, right? Like,
Yeah, low key.
Stay-home husband is
but
crazy.
yeah, I mean, it just goes back to what Joel was saying. Like, some men tap more into like their femininity. Like maybe I'd say like 1% of men who maybe like that's their goal, like take care of children.
I think that's
They want to
bad for
be
the
like
kids, though.
stay-at-home
That's bad for
dads.
the kids.
Why?
Bro, if my kids see me fucking changing the diaper, bro, like it's gone, it's over. Like, that's not like
You're gonna change that for one day.
no.
I'm pretty sure.
If my kids wake up, see me like clean the floor, bro,
It's over.
It's over. Even to lose all respect from me. Like, what the fuck's my dad doing? He should be like out there doing some cool shit. So no, I'm just kidding. Like this is extreme, but like, but low key I do believe it though. But
Bro, Tate is getting in your head a little bit.
yeah, low key. But,
Yeah, this guy's the Vietnamese Tate. He's a Vietnamese Tate. Oh my god, you guys are wild.
what's your take on that?
Man, stay-at-home dads. It's my take. I think that. Okay, you want to know my real take?
Yeah.
I think if you're again, feminine versus masculine energy has nothing to do with your gender. Okay, it's like there's females that could be extremely masculine and men that could be extremely feminine. Most men tend to be masculine. Most females tend to be feminine. Here's what I'll say. If you are a man and you are a masculine man and you're being forced to be a stay-at-home dad, that is extremely fucked up. And you need to take a really hardcore look at yourself and question what the fuck you're doing. That's my honest take. If you're forced into that situation, it's not in your path, because in the Way of the Superior Man, they talk about how.
No, but it's true. Like I saw I was watching like on Netflix a documentary of like how people manage their money. And there was one like case where it was like a couple. Actually they had a family, and like the dad, because of COVID, he lost his job. He was like an engineer or whatever. And it was the mom who was making like 300,000 a year. And like you could kind of see like the mom was just kind of like soulless. She was like kind of like the man of the relationship.
So
and it
think
wasn't
about what you just said. Soulless. It's out of touch with feeling, emotion, the nurturing.
Yeah. I feel like it's not like in her drive to do that. So
I believe that for the most part. And like, I think if you're a man and you're in a feminine situation and you're not a feminine man, you are going against your very own nature. And I think like in the book, Way of the Superior Man, he talks about your mission as a man is number one above girls, about anything else. Like, So he gives this example of how if you truly believe you have to go fight for your country and go to war, and your wife is begging you to stay back, but you know in your heart you have to go fight in this battle, he says that your wife, even though she wants you to stay back, she'll actually see you as weaker if you stay back. And he says, if you really want to be in your highest power, you still must go, even if that means potentially sacrificing even your wife, even your own family. He says, your mission as a man, and by mission, he means really like what you're trying to accomplish in your life, whatever that might be, even if it's just as simple as like, not simple, I know it's complicated, but it doesn't have to be about business. It could be like, my mission is to go fight for my country. Yeah. He says that if you put that secondary and put your love, others.
Yeah, she's just going to have less respect for you.
Yeah. And even though she's telling you she wants you to stay back, but that's not really what she wants. What she wants is a man who's willing to fight for his mission at all costs. And so I think that if you're a stay-at-home dad and it's truly your mission and that's what you want, then I think you're in full alignment and I'm happy for you, genuinely. If you're like, yo, I want to be a stay-at-home dad and that's your mission and you're not doing it out of compromise, trying to make your wife happy, just like the army example, where maybe he would stay back as a soldier to make his wife happy. I think if you're doing that, then that's fucked up and you're pretty fucked. And I think you need to take a hardcore look at yourself. But if you're doing it because it's truly your mission and that's your number one thing that you're trying to accomplish in your life, then they're probably doing something right, you know?
Bro, a year ago, I was like completely different. Like a year ago, I was like feminine as fuck. Like I was like a bitch a year ago. I don't know what happened.
I don't think you're feminine.
A year ago, I was like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's crazy.
No, but it's true. Like, I kind of like, I feel like it's true for everyone. Like, you kind of have to realize that like it's your purpose to like, you know, like actually make a living for yourself. And I feel like me just, you know, being in college, I didn't like feel like I was doing that. I feel like I was just like studying, you know, studying like stuff that I knew like wasn't even worth it. That I knew, because I was just like studying like you know, like studies, like research.
You're studying
like
studies.
just research. No.
I was studying studies.
No, so I was
his major was research. My major was
guys.
It's a good degree, bro.
No, but I was studying communication science, it was called, and so it was like the science of communication, right?
That's
And
a scam.
That's a scam, bro.
Exactly.
When someone says my major's communications, scam.
That's a scam major.
Yeah.
And what are the other scam majors?
Art.
What are the other?
Yeah, art, literature, English. Like, why would you study English? You know.
Isn't English?
But yeah,
bro, this guy is in Paris. He speaks fluent French. He studies French. That's his major.
That's a scam.
Yeah.
The only worthwhile is engineering, biology. You want to go to med school?
Med school.
Biology.
Unless you're trying, if you're trying to be a professor,
just like practical things like finance, like you know, stuff
you could
related
take a
to
finance. You could take a Harvard finance course for free online.
Yeah, no, but it's more about like getting the job that you want. You know, if you want to go that way. But in general, it's better to learn things that are like actually practical in the real world, and I feel like that's really rare in college, in university, whatever. Like, you don't learn stuff that's actually practical to the real world. It's like mostly just outdated. It's like stuff you learn, that like, you know, your parents have learned. So,
I think people are starting to wake up.
Yeah. Definitely.
And realize this. I feel like even like people wanting to join my program, I spoke to someone that was like, yo, I don't want to go to college. I'm going to try to see if my parents can dedicate the college fund that they have set up for me and apply it to a few online programs. Yeah. I think that's amazing.
That's a way better return on investment.
Yeah. Wait,
way better.
One more thing. I wanted to actually just finish on the feminine versus masculine thing though. I think if you're extremely masculine, like I'm hardcore, like doing, driving, accomplishing, success, action, fuck my emotions. Once you become successful though, you have to be careful to not let it consume you. It's like kind of like the dark energy. That's when you also have to learn to tap into the feminine energy and know when to slow down, know when to actually take a step back, know when to reflect, know when to be just quiet, not having to accomplish, not having to do, not having to get views, not having to make more money, and being good with yourself. Because what happens is you're like success, 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 success. It's all about accomplishing, doing extremely masculine. But then you start to feel like I struggled with this. And then I started to feel like, damn, I'm not enough. I need more. I need more. I need more. And then, which is good. It's not bad. It's actually extremely powerful to get you going. But eventually, once you have money, like you have to learn to be good with yourself. Like I tell people all the time, like even I want to make $1 billion, but if I don't, I'm good. I'm happy with myself. And that's only possible to have that feeling if you tap into feminine energy, if you're good with not doing more. So I think eventually, and this is good for you guys to hear, because, you know, I'm pretty much like a boomer. I'm pretty much like your dad. You know, if I was Asian, I'd be your dad. No, I'm just kidding.
How old are you?
What's up?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Yeah.
But I learned this like when I was like in my 20s, your age, I made a lot of money. And then
Only at 26 though.
According to Tony, making $1 million at 26 is too late. But for me, I was pretty happy with it. And I was like, okay, I'm doing well. And but then I remember like just feeling always kind of like depressed and like mad at myself and like I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. And eventually I had to be like, you know what? It's okay if I don't accomplish anything else. I'm going to be good with myself. I'm going to be happy with who I am. That's only possible if you also learn how to tap into feminine energy. And then what happens is then you don't give a fuck and you can go out and try to accomplish way more. It's almost like you've got nothing to lose. You don't care if you don't make it. You're going to go even way harder. So I don't know.
I think this doesn't apply for beginners though. Like if you starting out and you want to tap into that feminine side, be like, oh,
yeah, you just kind of
shut up,
lose.
That's bitch made. Like, yeah, that's like if like when I'm starting out, I feel like shit all the time. It's like, bro, I'm a bitch. I'm a bum. I have no money. So, and people tell me, like my parents would tell me like, yo, Tony, you're fine. Like, feel good about yourself and stuff like that. No. I'm telling them like, no, that's low-key not smart.
Not at the beginning.
Not at the beginning.
But there's people that are billionaires that are depressed. Like at some point, it's like if you can't even enjoy like your Lambo, like your yacht, like you look at Andrew Tate and like he's on the yacht, he looks happy. But there's other people that have a lot of money, they're on a yacht and they're fucking depressed.
Yeah. But he's Andrew Tate though, so it's not the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Andrew Tate. So.
No, but like people like that, when they're like happy because of their money, I feel like it's more because of like the actual accomplishments that they've done.
It's not the money. People like, oh.
It's just like feeling fulfilled of like what you've built.
Yeah.
You know?
So many people like tell me like, yo, money doesn't buy you happiness. Like, well, you doing all this, you only go out and shit. Like, bro, you broke.
Yeah.
You know?
But people that say that, yeah, don't have money.
How the fuck will you know if money buy you happiness? You fucking dead, broke. All you do is black, like.
All you do is drink off.
Yeah, but I agree. It's not the money that makes you happy. It's like, you know, like the money's a metric to measure. Like you, let's say you work out, like you benching stuff, like your numbers goes up. That's how you know you're like making progress. Same with money. Like the money's like the reflection. Like, okay, I'm doing something right. So
yeah,
that's how I see it. It's like a game. Business is like a game. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
What else do we want to talk about today? Probably have one more topic.
Only one more?
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
This is a good conversation.
All right, what's next? What's another good one?
I actually have a question for y'all. Was there like a point in the past for you two where it's like something happened and it just changed everything? Like a switch. Like for me, that was something happened. I told you like a year ago, I was like a bitch. Then No, I'm not even kidding. Like growing up, I was like extremely feminine. Like I was crying stuff like that, like playing a lot. It's just, all that's like really emotional. And last year, like when I broke up, it's like barely a relationship, but I broke up, and I told you the story. I broke up with her. She was nice, like no hate to her, but she got with another guy, which I think in my head I was like, he's a fucking bum. And now, and here's the thing, bro. Woman does not date down. Yeah. So whoever she dating after you is a improvement in her head. And to me, he's a fucking bum. So I got pissed, bro. I was like, bro, what am I doing with my life? And it's just that was the switch for me. So what do y'all have like a switch that happened?
No, but like,
Thomas just woke up one day, 35,000 YouTube subscribers.
We have 35K.
yeah,
You hit 35?
yeah, 36, 37.
Start a channel.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you need to start a channel.
You're
But me, no,
hilarious,
I
Thomas.
just, I like ever since I was young, I just kind of had the drive. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how you really explain it. But like, I'd say like a story is like, I don't know, maybe when I was young, like I would like have a bunch of cars, and my dad would tell me that like he would walk in on me and he would see like the cars in like a perfectly like straight line. Um, and like he would just be impressed by it. So I don't know. I feel like that's kind of it just always been in me to like kind of like be um like a perfectionist, and just want to make, like, for example, good videos. Like I want to be like really like I still want to edit the videos myself. Like I could hire an editor, but yeah, it's just like I feel like that's what I owe my success to, just having that aspect of myself where I'm like really a perfectionist um on like every single detail.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, for sure. I guess.
I think,
what do you think is the biggest trait for you?
I mean, like for me, like when I moved from Venezuela to the United States, like I got bullied a lot in like elementary school. Why are you laughing, bro? Why are you laughing? You this guy, bro. This guy's awful. Yeah, Tony, I love you, but I hate you too, you know? It's all good though. Yeah, I was chubby too, but I got bullied because I didn't speak English. And then yeah, like that was, but that created a crazy drive within me. I was like, fuck all of you guys. I'm gonna destroy you, and I'm gonna be way more successful than all of you and accomplish more. Just getting that dark energy. That's like I'm gonna crush it. I think then you gotta be like okay with yourself later on. But I think that was like the seed. That was like the thing. That was like I can just remember that's when the seed was planted, and then it just started to grow. And it created this drive of like, I'm gonna go out and create my own life. I don't want to have a boss ever. I don't want to have any authorities. I'm going to create my own path. I'm not going to work for anyone else. And I'm going to be the best. So I think that's what sparked it for me. And then, but I think in terms of my business, like what clicked, there was in my agency, there was a few times where I wanted to quit. Things got like really hard. As you know, it's like up and down, up and down, up and down. Like it's down a little bit. It's up and down, up and down. But it's part of it. It's business. Everyone in business wants it to be like just up. So you know Warren Buffett looks at 5-year financials. He evaluates businesses on a 5-year timeline. All these people are like, I sent 5 DMs. This shit don't work. I sent 5 DMs. I could send 5 DMs right now while on the podcast. But send 5 DMs. SMMA is dead. I sent 5 DMs. It's like, yo, like literally Warren Buffett evaluates the success of a business over a 5-year timeline. And I think everyone's like, agencies up and down, up and down. But regardless, I was at a point where it was down. Like I was in my 9 to 5. I hit 10K a month within like 30 days. Then I got like 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients, 4 clients, 5 clients, boom. Then I had done some free trials. So like maybe like 30 days when we started going from free trials to actually paid clients. But once we made that, you made that similar transition where you're like, you know what, fuck the trials. I'm done with that. I'm going to start charging. Once we made that transition, we hit 10K a month. And then as soon as I quit, we went back down to 3K. And I remember like just being like, and I was working for a billionaire at that point. I was working for the Cisco family. I was making the Mortgage family. Cisco is like a massive, massive $1 billion tech company.
Yeah.
And like,
honestly, it's not massive because I don't know.
bro,
Yeah,
it is
Cisco,
fucking
pretty
massive. Like it is. We are billionaires. And I remember like for their charity, I've seen them hand out $1 million check to a school. Like it's not a big deal. And then I remember being like, shit, should I go back to that job? I started applying for jobs. And then I actually said, I actually got rejected from a job, which that's an L for them. It's a big L, major L for them. And then I remember once I got that rejection email, I was like, I'm going all in. I'm literally going to do everything that it takes to win and make it happen. And then within 6 months, we were at like 65K a month. And then, relax, hold up, let me finish the story. And then
I said that's all right.
And then about a year later, we hit 300K a month. So
yeah,
I think that was like the big moment where I just burned the ships. I was like, I'm done. I'm going all in. It's not I want this. It's I demand this. I must have this.
yeah. By the way, I had a question for you. How did you find your COO? Because I feel like that's a role that, like, taking care of operations. I feel like that's a big, big role, and like you would want to have the right person for that. So
yeah. But I'm gonna answer it. But by the way, why'd you laugh when I told you to bully you? That's messed up, bro. It's a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. No, I'm just kidding. We're good. I love you. All right. Because
I got bullied.
we all got bullied.
I can joke about this because I got bullied also. So I know like how like the feeling like the same thing. Like now I still think like fuck everyone. I would be so much richer than all of y'all. Y'all are bums. Y'all gonna work for me one day. Fuck everyone. Like that's how I think. Like it might be bad because I told my parents like, bro, every single person I meet, like everyone, I just think like, bro, I just gonna make so much more money than them in the future. So yeah. I mean, it's also bad though because it's just like hatred and like you know what I'm saying. Like eventually you need to be like, okay, this is good. I'm happy. I'm not competing with anyone anymore. But like I just don't know how to get there. Maybe when I make more money, I get there. But
yeah, I think it's like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. They used a lot of dark energy. Then you need to learn how to control it. That's all it is. But COO, everyone's trying to get like the best talent. They're not willing to pay for it. So I think like if you're just starting out and you can't pay a multi 6-figure a year salary to a COO, you got to give equity. Like Tony, for example, I don't know if you want to shout out your business partner now, but like Dylan Wilson. Tony was like, yo, Joel, I'm good at sales. I'm good at marketing. I need someone to help me essentially run the business on the back end. I'm like, yo, test it out first. You don't want to sign a operating agreement with someone and essentially marry them before you date. You gotta try it out first, but I'm like, you gotta give something up. You can't just like hire a COO off of a Discord,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can't just post, yo, I'm looking for a COO real quick.
Yeah, I
then you get a bunch of DMs.
I see that on my Discord.
You get a bunch of DMs. I'll be your COO. It's like you don't like. I don't know.
Yeah,
you gotta
people
give
just trying
away.
to build like businesses together in the comments of my videos.
Yeah. Like
Discord,
I think you got to be willing to give something away. Like,
do you have a business partner, Thomas?
No.
Look,
But
this is my take on this.
I'm thinking of.
I think maybe there's like what?
No, because there's I don't know if I need to talk about this, but like there's like a guy who he's also French. He has an agency for med spas. He's making way more than me. So we're thinking of like just kind of integrating our agencies together to just go the SaaS way. But yeah,
Would you guys
but like it's yeah, because he has all the knowledge and it just makes a lot of sense to like go with him because he knows a lot about the industry already. He has like he knows exactly how to deliver results for clients because he's been doing it for like 3 years and he has like hundreds of clients, I'm pretty sure. So he's like,
you gotta
you know.
verify that.
No, but like I
Sure, bro?
yeah. No, but like no,
You go,
I've
I'm
had
pretty
him on
sure.
Zoom. Yeah. But yeah, I know for a fact like he has a lot of clients.
Yeah. I think like but
But like that's
you
the
bring,
type of
bro,
person
you
like
bring
you want
so
to.
much. Your brand, one of the biggest values of your brand that you might not even realize yet is talent acquisition. As you scale, one of the hardest problems is how do I find talented people that are willing to work for me?
Yeah.
And it's like you've solved that problem. You could, if you ever need help, you could literally post in your Discord and get someone to help you. Like you have that problem figured out. If he can actually run the entire business, that's it. Like it's a great partnership.
Yeah.
But
I
you have
mean,
to also be willing to give something up. Like you can't just pay that guy
no,
$4K a month.
it's definitely for equity. Yeah, that we're doing
Exactly.
it.
And I think most people aren't willing to do that.
Really?
Like, well, I think a lot of people are like, I just want it for myself, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to be willing to give something up.
For me, I feel like a lot of it is like they don't want to do it for equity because like they don't want to wait. They want like that paycheck immediately.
Yeah, that's short term.
Yeah.
Short term. That's true. But I know you got a business partner like the moment you first started out, right? I this is how I see it. I thought about getting a business partner, but I was like, that's low key not smart because I don't know what I'm good at.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't need to. Like, for me, it's really just to like get the software part done because like it's just combining his knowledge of like high level, like he knows like all the automations and stuff like that, like all the technicalities. And now it's really just a question of like combining and then, I'm good at something, he's good at something else. And it's also like you want to have that in your business partner. Like you want to have, for example, one guy who's like super, like for example, extroverted and you're introverted.
When you say you're
So it's
extrovert,
like
introvert,
me,
yeah,
I'd say I'm definitely more introverted.
yeah, same, me too.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No,
This guy's capping, major cap.
Yeah, you're not.
You're extroverted
You're
as
not.
fuck. You're one of the most extroverted people I've ever met. No, I think you're more. All right, should we end the podcast?
Yeah, sure. If you have nothing else to add.
Because we got to go. How long was it?